Okay, my life in under a minute. So, born in the province of Quebec, raised in Montreal, did sports, lots of sports growing up. In my early 20s, I studied design and ended up working as a graphic and web designer for a while. But I was also living this really unhealthy lifestyle, too much smoking, drinking, not eating very well, partying too much. And when I was 26 years old, a friend of mine threw me into this martial arts class, which was Muay Thai, fell in love with it, ended up changing my life, changing my lifestyle. A couple of years later, they asked me to teach, so I ended up becoming a Muay Thai instructor. In my early 30s, I went back to school to study biology. I discovered meditation, and in 2013, I moved to Costa Rica for a year with my family. I have a wife and a kid that I adore, and that's where I discovered the power of combining high intensity movement like martial arts with meditation in order to trigger this neurochemical state known as flow state. So for the past few years, I've been doing all this research, building these programs, and eventually came up with this idea to build an entire community around this idea of health and fitness, and that's where I came up with the idea for FLŌ TRIBE. For me, healthy is about one word: balance. I think if you want to be healthy in life, you need to have an equal amount of three things. Body, meaning you have to take care of yourself, right? You have to take care of yourself physically, exercise, eat well, limit the stress as much as possible. Second, the mind, right? You have to constantly be learning new things and challenging yourself mentally so that you're always growing and that your mind is constantly getting stronger. And finally, spirit is, for me, is the connection to spirit. So I believe that spirit is a life force. It's an energy that exists on this planet, that exists throughout the universe. And I think as long as you have this strong connection and this strong belief in spirit, it gives you a source of strength and a source of power when you really, really need it. And in order to achieve that balance, you need to have an equal amount of all three, which is my definition of being healthy. Yeah. So what gets me excited about working every day? Well, work, I think, is a word, it's something that I absolutely love. But yeah, I think for me, work is building the FLŌ TRIBE. It's building this community of amazing people, of, what I call movers, breathers, teachers, and healers, people in the health and fitness community, and giving them a voice and giving them a platform where they can share knowledge and where they can not only interact with each other, but eventually give out that knowledge to the people who need it, right? And connect with the people that they need in order to grow their business, in order to be successful, but also in order to create positive change in the world. So yeah, that's what gets me excited, is this idea of bringing all these amazing people together to create positive change. That's a tough question. There's so many amazing ways to move. I love playing sports. I love doing parkour. I love climbing trees. I love swimming. I love running. But if I have to choose one, definitely, hands down, punching bag. I think hitting a punching bag is something I discovered 15 years ago when I started doing Muay Thai. And to this day, I don't think anything gets me as pumped as putting my gloves on and just, putting some music on and just losing myself in that movement where nothing around me exists for a little while. And I get to just release this really primal energy that you get when you're hitting a punching bag. Like, I don't know, I can't compare it to anything else. So I think that is definitely my go-to movement style, is beating the crap out of a punching bag. Community, yeah, that's a powerful word. And I think for me, community, one word comes to mind: support. Having the support of your family, having the support of your tribe, having the support of your peers, right? And I think that no matter how strong we are as individuals, we will always be stronger as a whole, as a community. I think it's Aristotle that said that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, right? So no matter how great our ideas are as individuals, if we bring those ideas together, if we bring that collective knowledge together, we'll be able to create something so much greater than we could ever achieve on our own. So I think that's why community is a very, very powerful word for me. What makes me great at what I do? I think it's passion. Passion and knowledge. Yeah, I think passion because, well, I'm really passionate about what I do. You know, I set out on this mission to create a community of professionals in the health and fitness industry who can then share their knowledge and offer their help to the people who need it. But more importantly, I think those people, those professionals who become a part of the community will also get to grow their businesses. In other words, I want to create a community where their success becomes our success, right? So if they succeed, we succeed. And the more we succeed, well, we can then help them succeed. So it's this really amazing loop that starts to happen where we grow together. The community grows together. And that's something I'm incredibly passionate about. And I think secondly is knowledge, meaning I have the knowledge to pull this off. You know, I have a background in design. I have a background in personal training and martial arts training. So I understand those two worlds. I know what it takes from a design perspective, from an entrepreneurial perspective. I understand that world. I understand that part of it. But I also know what makes this industry tick. I know what's involved in the health and fitness industry, and I know what it takes to be successful and to offer good service and to create good products. So I think by combining those two skill sets and having the knowledge and experience to back it up also makes me very good at what I do. So yeah, so it's the combination of passion and knowledge, which is going to help me build this amazing community, and I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to kick some ass and see what this FLŌ Tribe is capable of. Yeah.